What do you want to say this workshop? What is the purpose?
Or
Main purpose.
the
Main.
purpose of VEEP, my main topic is to rope in as many as eligible voters and to make voters participate in electoral process in voting to cast their vote. These two are very important.
Okay.
New registrations and vote casting. Because in Mizoram, age group between 18 to 25 years, the vote is very low. This is because most of them are out of station usually. They don't come back to vote, right?
I think this is the issue of the
And this-
migration.
Migration is also there. Like for example, we have a housemaid. She just turned 18 years old, and she doesn't have a vote. Where if she were not if she were in her village and not busy with her work, she would have had her registration done, right? So that is one of the problem. Migration is a problem, studies is a problem, and apathy is also the problem. Lack of interest is also the problem,
Okay, ma'am.
and lack of knowledge is also the problem.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. I interrupt you.
Yeah.
Just a little questions. Election Commission give some facilities to government employee. They can vote as a postal votes. Do you think that's the who lives in outside the Mizoram for livelihoods, for better education, for better life? They can give votes as a postal ballot. It will help your it will help the democracy and election process in Mizoram.
That is also there, but that is very difficult for me to comment because right now they only have service voters who are eligible to vote through postal ballot, service voters and voters and senior citizens, 80 years and above, and PWD. So but even I was thinking, why can't students who are studying outside vote through postal ballots? Right? But that is not happening right now.
Okay. And what is your micro planning for the booth level? And you explained about some micro. What is a micro planning? If I want to know.
See, at the booth level, what they can do is they can analyze the voters. At the booth level, they know the BLO knows everybody there. Like in Mizoram, it's a small state. So at one booth BLO, the booth level officer, he knows the people in his jurisdiction. So they can analyze the situation there, the voters turnout, and registration of votes, right? And why is the registration low? Why is the voters turnout low? And who are these people? They can identify easily at the booth level. So they can even visit them door to door.
This state is more literacy rates. It's a high.
Yeah.
But if you say it's a lot of issues about vote turnout. Why these things happening?
No, that's only in the age group of 18 to 25. Otherwise, the voter turnout is really good in Mizoram.
Okay.
It's around 80, sometimes 83. It's really good.
Okay.
It's
Can you
better than most of the states,
okay.
I think.
Can you tell me about gender issues, gender gap in electoral voting? Because this issues are national issues. What is the structures in Mizoram? Gender gap. Do you think that this thing is reducing day by day, and it will
I don't
be
have
zero?
the facts about gender gap,
Okay.
but as per our electoral profile, there are more women voters than men. So we don't have so much issues here.
Oh.
So in other states, for example, in other states, women voters are less. But here, no.
See,
They're far more.
Myself, Kapil.
All right.
And ma'am, my question is regarding Lok Sabha election. When we see the voter turnout, like for assembly election, it's like 80% off. But in Lok Sabha, when we see it's very less.
60.
So like why you think that?
I think because like in assembly elections, it's directly related to our state, right? I mean, we know the people and we know that it's going to directly affect us. But we have only one MP, like in Lok Sabha. So maybe most of the people feel that what can that person do? What change can he bring? And mostly in the past, they are not very effective. I mean, their voice is not being heard because only one person, right? So maybe that's the reason why people have this indifference.
Now, if I see the population in Mizoram,
Yeah.
42% people live in rural area. About approx 42
Okay.
is the NSO survey. If I'm not wrong. And do you think that's it's easy process happening in rural area as a
Which process?
election process is too easy as the
It's really happening everywhere in Mizoram. It's even the most rural areas are reached in Mizoram. Like in Arunachal Pradesh, they have one polling station where you have to walk for 3 days. But we don't have such places in Mizoram. So we don't have any problem in reaching to rural areas.
not using. And just this question, just you show the presentation EVM car. That's really good. And
EVM?
EVM car.
Oh, demonstration card. Yeah.
Demonstration car. How many EVM car located in rural area?
In rural area, it must be very. I don't think they do that in rural areas.
Because this is the main challenges, infrastructure challenges in rural area.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think that
This EVM demonstration car, even if it's not there in rural areas, they have this cardboard. Okay, they have this cardboard in every polling station where you EVM model cardboard.
Okay.
So that will help them.
That will
help them.
One of the remote districts, long tile. Just long tiles has been facing hospitals issues, hospital staff
Right.
along here. It's not
because of the road construction.
road constructions, and also infrastructure is not good. What is the situations of the as elections voting in
In
this
some places
district?
they have to go by boat.
Okay.
But since I'm not very familiar with the rural, the most rural areas in Longlai, but in some places they construct this makeshift polling stations also, but that won't affect it much.
Ma'am, one thing this
People, okay.
just one thing I added. Sorry, it's about digital divides in election.
My friends who are posted in Longlai Siaha, they would have a lot to say, but I don't have too much to say because I don't have any experience.
Okay. Just now I want one question about the digital divides.
Okay.
If in Aizawl people have a smartphone, people have access to nets, they maybe became aware about elections, how to voting, why this vote is important. But if I say in rural area, this is not so easy to way.
Yeah.
And what is your program? How do you create awareness in rural area? Means rural area.
IT awareness.
Yeah, IT awareness.
First, there has to be internet connectivity. Even in rural areas, you must be surprised, but I think that most of them have smartphones. Even in rural areas, a lot of them have smartphones. But
Do you have any data?
I don't have any data.
Okay.
But we, like in Mizoram, everybody is related here. Like Mizos, we are all related.
Just I want concern about the PW voters. It's really if I see a NSO survey data, 1.2% people this PW people live in rural area, and 1.2 same is like urban area. If any PWD people lives in rural area, urban area, it's easy to access anything.
Right.
They can give votes. But rural area, I see this is a hilly station, some mountains area.
You know, but in Aizawl, the best thing about our culture, our tradition is that everybody helps everyone. If a person is in a wheelchair and if he, for example, he can apply for home voting, right? PWD voter. So they can go to his place and he can cast his vote at his place. For example, this PWD voter hasn't applied
Okay.
for the wheelchair. But people will carry him.
How
it's
they
not
apply?
a problem.
I have
Through
one
Saksham
question.
app,
I have one
and
question.
they can apply manually also to the
As Mizoram, the two dominant languages, Mizo and English, and other, I think 9 or 10 regional languages.
There are Lai has different language, Mara is different language, Sakpa they have different language.
This is a different language. People love own culture. People lives with this language and this thing. How do you create awareness? How do you do this all things regarding in this
We
language?
don't have language barrier usually because Because even those people they speak Mizo, we speak kind of the same language. We don't have any barriers regarding
It's
language.
not. I'm not asking about Aizawl. I'm asking about outside Aizawl, remote area. Just
They all speak Mizo. No?
okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
It's not like Nagaland.
Miss, last of questions. The last questions and the workshop is ends. What you want to say to youngster in Aizawl about election?
Okay, when you turn 18, you may register yourself as a voter as quickly as you can. And when you are an eligible voter, when you are a registered voter, you may go for ethical voting. Let nobody manipulate your vote. Even if it's just one vote, it's a very valuable vote.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.